Okay, so this is paper two, variant two, and latest paper, October November 2025. We have 1 hour 30 minutes to complete this.
Miss, I can't see you.
And
Full screen.
but I am 1 second. Let me share it. Okay, so this is paper two, variant two, and 1 hour 30 minutes. We have to solve it. You should invest 40. mm 1 hour, yeah, 40 and 40. This will become, this is 60, 90 minutes. Yeah. So you can, and you should invest 45 minutes for case study one and 45 minutes for the case study number two. Okay. So we have this case study. First of all, let's read the questions. Here, they're asking to identify one stage of the transformational process. And transformation process where we basically transfer the inputs from the out, we transfer the input into the output, means that we use the materials and all the labor effort, and then we transfer the goods into the finished product. That's basically called the transformation process. Explain the term multinational businesses. So here we just need to, in the A part, we just need to identify, but in the B part we need to explain that what is the meaning of multinational business, and plus we need to write the application as well. And then in B1, we need to see the figure 111 and other information. Calculate the combined total number of potential consumers who would prefer lemon or strawberry flavored water. Explain one reason with why TRA uses sampling. Refer to figure 1.1 and other information. Analyze two reasons why the data collected for DF may not be reliable. D. Evaluate the most effective way for TRA to improve the motivation of the home working employees. Okay. So, first of all, let's see the case study. We have the case study, and its business name is the Research Agency, TRA, the Research Agency. So, TRA is a quaternary sector business. It means that they used to provide the services to the other businesses. And we know that different businesses they used to take the research facilities from the other research companies. So, these research agencies they used to conduct the research for the other businesses and provide them the information according to whatever they have asked them to search. It is a market leader in providing the social media data to food manufacturing country F. So like it is really like this is a market leader. So what does it mean? It means that the market share of the TRA is the highest market share in this sector in this business industry. TRA's market has grown by 40% over the last year. 40%. So it's really high growth. DF is a multinational business, and it means that multinational business means that they have the branch, maybe at least in the one country, and that specialize in non-alcoholic drinks. And DF has asked TRA. So basically, DF is a like another business, and they have asked, and they specialize in the non-alcoholic drinks. And DF has asked the TRA, means this research agency, for data about a new bottle of water with pod attachments, and pods give a fruity flavor which is combined with the sparkling water. TRA has sampled 8,000 potential consumers on social media to identify their favorite fruity flavors. Okay. And this data they have collected. So most likely when the DF asks to the TRA to collect the data, so since it's already like very much grown in the market, like they have the, their market growth rate is 40% in the last year. So most likely they used to collect the reliable data, and they have asked them that like they are going to maybe like you can say that develop a new bottle, and that has basically fruity flavor, and then they have collected the data. So this data, basically this pie chart, they have combined. So the 28% this data about the consumer flavor preferences for DF. It means that the consumers who mainly target of the DR, yes, TR. So their main preferences is basically these flavors. 28% customer out of 8,000, they said that they like the strawberry flavor. Out of 8,000, 18% consumers said they like the banana flavor. Out of 8,000, 34% customers said that they like the lemon flavor. And then again, from out of 8,000, 40% of people, the consumer, they said they like the watermelon, and 6% they don't like any flavor. So now it depends that whether this data is reliable or not, because the sample is only 8,000 people. So it means that maybe this data might not be reliable because the sample size could be, because of course it's not possible to take data from the whole population. So TRA employs 65 researchers. Wow, since 2020. All of these employees work from home, and they are provided with all the necessary IT equipment and a high-speed internet connection. However, motivation is poor, and this has led to the high labor turnover. And the human resource director has received some feedback from employees. For example, 1.2, figure 1.2 shows some of this feedback. Okay, so this is the feedback. I hate being so isolated. I never get to speak to any other employees. Okay, I have to use my own electricity, and the cost has doubled in the last 2 years. I know some employees are not working very hard, but they are get paid the same as me. It's not fair. So it means that there are multiple reasons behind that. First of all, this business is not able to provide the, you can say that, love and belonging needs to the employees who want the companionship, but they are not able to do that because they have to work from home. And then for some employees there's a problem of the electricity, and then for the some employees it's really hard, like there are basically no fair pay, you can say, paid to the every worker. So these problems are there. Okay, so we will see question and then we will be answering it. First of all, we need to identify the one state of the transformational process. So I have solved these questions already, and you just need to see the answers one by one, and we will be discussing it. Yeah. So first of all, the first question was that we need to write the one stage of the transformation process. So as I told you that in the transformation process we used to convert the input into the output. So it means that one stage of the transformation process is inputs. So basically we just need to identify it, but I just wrote down that in inputs what are the things included. So in the inputs, the labors included, the researchers like who are collecting data, IT equipment and internet connection, and with the usage of all these things, what they are creating, what is the output? The output is the research data. The next question was that explain the term multinational business. Now we need to explain, as you can see, that 1 mark for the definition, 1 mark for the explanation, and 1 mark for the example. So you need to explain that what is the term meaning multinational business. So a multinational business is a company that operates in more than one country. That's the definition, with production or service activities outside its home country. So for example, we need to write the example as well, that DF operates internationally and sells its non-alcoholic drinks. As you can see that this information I got from the case study, because they already provided this information in the case study, that the DF, they operates internationally and they sells its non-alcoholic drinks in different countries. So that's why this is the example of multinational company. In next question, they are saying refer to figure 1.1 means that the pie chart and other information calculate the combined total number of potential consumers who would prefer lemon or strawberry. So it's too easy. The people who want the lemon flavor, they are in 34, their percentage is 34%. Strawberry was 28%. So combined percentage is 34 plus 28% is the 62. So we can apply this to the sample size, so then we will be able to know that how many numbers of these customers are. So we know that they have collected the information from the 8,000 customers. So it means that the 62% of 8,000 will become the 4,960. So it means that this research collected from the means that the total customer who like the lemon and the strawberry flavor, they are 4,916 numbers out of 8,000. Then we have next question where we need to explain one reason that why TRA uses the sampling. It means that we simply need to write the importance of the sampling, or you can say advantage of the sampling. So TRA uses sampling because it is cheaper, first of all, and quicker than collecting data from the whole population. Of course, it's not possible for someone to collect the information from the whole population. That's why we have to go through the sampling. We have to make sample and then we need to ask the questions from the sample people. Serving all potential consumers would be expensive and time consuming, while a sample of 8,000 people, as you can see, this information I got from the case study. So just make sure that in the paper too, you have to write all the answer in the business context. While a sample of 8,000 people still provides reliable and useful data for decision making. So that's the advantage of using the sampling. After that, the next question was, one second, the next question was for the 8 marks that refer to figure 1.1 and other information. Analyze two reasons that why the data collected for DF may not be reliable. It means that we have to write the limitations of, you can say that data collected. Okay.
It's
So
on
first,
limited, no advantages.
because they said na, two reason why may not reliable. So
Okay.
if they are saying may not reliable, so we need to write the limitations, na.
Only.
So we can say that sample may not be representative for the whole market. As I already told you that of course there's only 8,000 people. It's not like the whole population was there. So data was collected only from the social media users, and this is also specified in the case study. I'm just using the information, which may not represent all potential consumers of DF flavored water. For example, now you need to write the example here as well, means a proper example. Older consumers or people without regular internet access may not use social media and therefore are excluded from the sample. And these groups may have different flavor preferences, such as preferring plain or less sweet drinks. So, as a result, DF may overestimate demand for fruity flavors like lemon or strawberry. We have seen that the combination of these two was a 62%, making the data less reliable for the entire market. So, if now we need to see, now we need to write the analysis as well, that how this you can say less reliable data will lead to the problem for the business. So if the sample does not reflect the target population accurately, so DF could make incorrect product development. Of course, it means that they are going to develop the new drink, new water. So it means that then, of course, this incorrect data will be lets them to produce the wrong product, produce the wrong product, and marketing decisions, such as producing flavors that do not appeal to all customer segments. So maybe they end up preparing the drink which might not be appealing every customer, so then of course their product development will fail. Next reason that why the data will not be reliable is that consumer responses may not reflect the actual purchasing behavior. So the data shows stated preferences, not actual buying behavior. They have said that they prefer that drink, like these taste, strawberry and all. But it doesn't mean that because when we say preferring, so it doesn't mean that we actually buy it. So that's why it's not showing you the actually buying behavior. You are just asking that okay, if there's a water, plain like sprinkling water, so what kind of flavor you like. So you are just telling them that okay, we will prefer this flavor, this flavor. It doesn't mean that you actually buy it. So this is the problem, because they have asked about the preferences only, not their actual buying behavior, and then it may be not reliable data. So consumers may say that they prefer a certain flavor on social media but may not actually buy the product. And it's true once it is launched. So for example, some respondents may choose strawberry because it sounds appealing, but later decide because they did not taste it yet. So, but later decide not to buy the water due to price or maybe health concerns or unfamiliar pod technology. So it could happen. This reduces reliability because DF may rely on preferences so that do not translate into real sales, leading to poor demand forecast and possible financial losses. Of course, when they will be investing all of their money in there, so it means that there will be financial loss. Okay. Then the next question was that evaluate the most effective way of for the TRA to improve the motivation of home working employees. So basically, that research agency, since they have provided them the equipment and all, and all the researchers are just working from home. So one effective way for TRA to improve the motivation of its home working employees is to introduce the performance related pay, means PRP. Okay, so first I am just going to, first of all, you just need to state that what you have selected and now you need to explain it. You can also write the definition of the PRP. So introducing PRP would link employees' pay to their individual output and performance. It means that when one person will be like performing well, so they will get paid because of their high performance. So this would address the employees' complaints that some workers are not working very hard but get paid the same, and we have seen that. Because if we will apply this PRP, so everyone will be receiving the same, like receiving the amount, receiving the you can say payment according to their performance. And this is statement which we have seen in the case study. We just used it here, that not working very hard but get paid the same. So with the help of PRP, we can reduce or we can maybe eliminate this complaint from the employees. So by rewarding the high performers, motivated employees may feel fairly treated, which could increase the effort and reduce labor turnover. But again, we need to write its disadvantage as well. So we can say that, however, PRP may be difficult to implement accurately for home-based researchers because we can't, you can say that judge their performance, since they are sitting at their home. Measuring individual contribution in research work can be subjective, and employees may feel the system is unfair if targets are unclear. So, this could actually reduce motivation if workers believe that performance is being judged incorrectly. It means that maybe now, maybe we think that one person performance is maybe better than the other, but maybe every worker feeling that maybe we are performing well only, but maybe not the other ones. So it means that researcher work can be subjective. It depends upon, you can say, the manager who will feel that who is like means they're performing well and who is not. So then again, it leads to, you can say, that very difficult for us to measure the performance and will pay according to that. And option two, they could use, they could improve the communication and the teamwork. That's also one way. So, improving communication through regular virtual meetings. First of all, team projects means that they should provide a project for team members, and online collaboration tools may be most effective way to motivate the TRA's employees, because since there are different employees who are complaining that they are feeling sad and they are isolated because there's no one to talk. So when they will be making teams, and they will be online collaboration, so they will feel that they have the companionship. So employees have complained about feeling isolated and never speaking to colleagues. So which can reduce morale and job satisfaction because now they have someone to speak. And regular interaction would help employees to feel valued and connected, because when, of course, on a daily basis you will have the virtual meetings and you have the online collaboration, so automatically they will feel that they are valued for the value for the company, and it will improve their motivation, the loyalty towards the business. And team working may also increase their productivity, of course, as employees can share ideas and support each other. And which is especially important in the research work based work, because yes, here we need the ideas of the other people as well. Okay. Although this may involve some cost, now we need to evaluate this. So we can say that, okay, the cost is there, such as new software or management time. Because if maybe you are conducting the virtual meeting, so you have to give a proper time. And then again, it's really difficult to manage. And these costs are likely to be lower than the high labor turnover. So this approach directly addressed the main cause of low motivation highlighted in the feedback, which we saw in the case study. So basically, we need to align our whole answer with the case studies information. Now we need to make the final conclusion. So we can say that overall, improving communication and teamwork is the most effective way to motivate the TRAS home working employees. It directly tackles isolation. It is improving the morale and supports the long-term motivation. While PRP and financial support can help, means that performance related pay, they are less effective on their own. A communication focused approach is more likely to reduce labor turnover and improve performance at TRA in the long run, because if even if they will apply PRP, so everyone will think that our performance is great. So it means that still the people will be unsatisfied, you can say less satisfied. So that's why most likely the improving communication and teamwork will leads to somehow a build up, a kind of understanding between the colleagues, and then automatically they feel that maybe we are not only one you can say that employees who are working hard, the others are working hard as well. So it may be just because of there is no communication. So with the help of communication, this problem will resolve too. So this is it. Now we are going to see the case study number 2, law advice forum, LAF. This is a second case study. This is a business name. Okay. So we have questions. First of all, we need to identify one external stakeholder for a business partnership. Then we need to explain a term. What is the meaning of outsourcing? This is relevant to the number 4. Refer to table 2.1. Calculate the profit variance. This is related to number 5. For Drake's website in the previous month, state whether the variance is favorable or adverse. Explain one way Drake could use the budget data in table 2.1. Analyze two possible limitations for LAF as a labor intensive operation. Evaluate the most important responsibility that Drake has as the owner of LAF. Okay, so let's see. Drake has a law degree and works for a partnership of lawyers during the day. Okay, Drake owns a website that gives free legal advice. He works on the website in the evenings and at the weekend. And he started a website as a hobby, but the website has grown to over 20,000 users. And he now sells advertising on his videos and on the website. Drake uses outsourcing for some areas of his website. He has recently been sent a report showing variances in the budget from the previous month. So basically, total revenue, which he estimated that he will earn the revenue which should be 4,500, but actual revenue is 4,000. Total cost which he suppose estimated that it will be 600, but this is 750. Profit he estimated that it will be 3,900, but this is only 3,250. Drake has now left his job and is focusing full time on the website, and he rebranded the website as Law Advice Forum. Drake's business plan for LAF included: he will be operating as a sole trader, and he will continue to develop and expand the website to provide a legal advice and paid legal services. He will renting an office in CTG where all employees would work with him, hiring 5 fully qualified lawyers, hiring 3 administrators, and leasing IT equipment. However, Drake is concerned about the limitations LAF will face as a labor intensive operation. Means that, of course, is a proper labor intensive. He is not using any kind of machinery. But yes, this is the nature of the work as well, we can say. Because his business nature is he has to employ more labors. But yeah, he is also like concerned about the limitations. Okay. So first of all, we need to identify the external one external stakeholder of a business partnership. So external stakeholder could be customers, government, or maybe you can say that local authorities, etc. But like we can write any external stakeholder name here. So I just wrote it customers. The customers are external because they are not part of the ownership or management of the partnership, but are affected by its activities. You don't need to write it. I just explained it here. Then explain the term outsourcing. So outsourcing is when a business contracts another business or organization to carry out a certain task instead of doing them internally. For example, Drake outsources some areas of his website rather than employing staff to do this work himself. So he outsourced this task. The next question was calculate the profit variance of Drake's website in the previous month. State whether the variance is favorable or adverse. So the budget profit was 3,900. He estimated that he will earn $3,900 of the profit, but the actual profit is 3,250. So, what is the variance? Whether the variance is adverse variance or you can say favorable variance. Favorable variance means that when the actual profit is higher than the budgeted one. Adverse variance is when the actual profit is lower than the budgeted one. So as you can see that here, this is the adverse variance because he thought that he will earn 3900, but it's only 3250. So it means that minus 650 is basically the adverse variance. Okay. So next question is that explain one way Drake could use a budget data in table 2.1. How he could use that budget
Okay.
data.
Miss,
So Drake could use a budget data to identify areas of poor performance.
miss,
Yes,
miss, I'm saying sometimes you also ask for the calculation for
yes.
marks.
For the calculation, what?
Sometimes you also ask for the calculation of 4 marks, and it's very difficult to calculate also. And this is asking for 3 marks, but sometimes they ask for 4 marks.
No, this is the 3 marks.
If it is 3 marks, why there's very less working in this?
This is for the 3 marks. Yes.
I'm saying if it's, like it's very less working. Why is like only 3?
Hello.
Miss, can you hear
Your
me?
voice is cutting. I am not able to understand.
Miss, can you hear me?
What are you saying? I'm not able to. Ishal, your voice is breaking.
Miss,
No, your voice is continuously breaking. I'm not able to understand. What are you saying? Can you please
can you,
text me?
can you hear me now?
Ishal, your voice is cutting. Please send me text.
Okay, okay.
It was previously like, if they will ask for the 4 marks, so it's really easy. Basically, what you need to do, you need to solve it now, whether this is for the 3 or 4 marks. But like most usually they no, it's not. Basically, that was, I think, maybe the previous papers.
Okay.
Okay, so here they have asked, explain one way Drake. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so how he could use the budget data. So as you can see that we estimated that cost will be like this, but cost has increased, and similarly he estimated his revenue as well. So this kind of budgets will help to see or to identify the areas of the poor performance. That okay, we estimated that the cost will be this, but it has increased. So it means that it is maybe because we performed poorly. For example, total costs were higher than they expected and revenue was lower than the planned. So, which explains the adverse profit variance. So, this would help Drake take corrective actions such as reducing outsourcing cost or maybe improving the advertising revenue. So that's how they will be able to increase revenue. So the budgeted data will be helping him to see where he is lacking and how he will be able to correct it. Then we have the next question, analyze two possible limitations of for LAF as a labor intensive operations. First of all, you need to write a definition, labor intensive operations. So limitation will be, the first limitation is high operating cost, because of course when there is a labor intensive business, so it means that uh, they have to pay them the higher salaries, and plus he has to pay the higher salaries because the lawyers are fully qualified. So as a labor intensive business, LAF relies heavily on the human labor rather than machinery, which means that wage costs will be high. And Drake plans to hire the 5 fully qualified lawyers. We have seen this in the case study, and 3 administrators. all of whom are likely to expect the high salaries, of course. So, in addition, LAF will need to pay office rent in City G and other employment related costs such as training and pensions. So, it means that when there's a high labor cost increase, so LAF break even point and reduce profit margins. I hope that you know what is the meaning of break even point. Break even point means that because he is in the service business, of course, we will be calculating his given services. So whatever services he will give to his, potential, or like you can say future, you can say customers. So break even point means that the number of units which maybe you are selling, or number of services which you are giving to your customers, where you are not earning any revenue from that point. So if the labor cost is increasing, so it means that your break even point and your profit margins will reduce, and this could be risky, especially as Drake previous budget showed lower than expected profit. We have seen in the case study, making it harder for LAF to remain profitable if revenue does not grow as planned. So then it will be very difficult for him to pay to these administrators and rent office and all these things. It will be really difficult for him. Next problem will basically associated with the labor intensive operations, that is difficulty in expanding output quickly. So labor intensive operations can be difficult to scale up. It means that if he has a labor intensive operation, so it means that it's really difficult for him to expand, to increase the number of clients or legal services, because of course he's not selling the output. He will be increasing the number of clients or legal services. So LAF would need to recruit more qualified lawyers, which can be time consuming and expensive. So, legal professionals also require qualifications and experience, meaning recruitment may be slow, and this limits the LAF's ability to respond quickly to increase in demand. It means that if, let's say, that in the future the demand will increase, so it will be difficult for him to hire the employees quickly, and LAF may lose customers to competitors because it cannot provide the legal advice fast enough. So it will be reducing the potential revenue growth as well. So that is how this leads to the, because since he is completely labor intensive operation, so that's why it's really difficult for him in the future to you can say meet the increased demand of the legal services and the clients. The next question is, as the owner of LAF and a sole trader, Drake, evaluate the most important responsibility that Drake has as the owner of LAF. So there are different responsibility. First of all, I just talked about the first responsibility where he has to ensure legal and ethical standards, because since he's a lawyer, so LAF provides the legal advice and paid legal services, which means that Drake has a responsibility to ensure that all advice given is accurate, lawful, and ethical. Hiring fully qualified lawyers and supervising their work is essential to avoid incorrect advice that could cause financial or legal harm to the clients. So if LAF provides the incorrect legal advice, so it means that the clients could take legal action, damaging the LAF's reputation and leading to costly compensation claims, since trust is vital in legal services. That's why it's really important for him to maintain the trust between the customers, because this is a legal business. Any breach of professional standards could result in loss of users and advertisers, threatening the business long-term success. Now we need to write the evaluation there and then. So we can say that this responsibility is critical because failure here could shut down the business completely, because of course he is dealing in very sensitive work, sensitive business, regardless of how well other areas are managed. Even if he is managing the like the other areas very carefully, advertisement and all, but if he will not be ethical and if he will provide some you can say that less accurate information or maybe the wrong information to the customer, and because of their advices, maybe the customers has to, you can say that, face different application. So it means that, of course, the customers will be blaming the Drake business because he's the one as a lawyer who is providing the guidance to them. Second responsibility which Drake has, that is the responsibility towards the employees. So Drake also has a responsibility to provide a fair pay, first of all, safe working conditions, and job security for the five lawyers. So if you see that the information I'm completely using from the case study, and three administrators he plans to hire. So as LAF is labor intensive, so motivated and skilled employees are crucial for productivity and service quality. Now we need to write the evaluation. However, while employee welfare is important, its impact is more indirect. Poor employee management may reduce efficiency, but it is less immediately damaging than legal failures. It means that we are saying that if he will not be able to, you can say that, um, motivate his worker, so maybe this will be reducing their efficiency, but slowly. But if he will not be taking the first responsibility seriously, so then it will immediately damaging, his business, his reputation. The legal failures that could result in the lawsuits means that different cases or loss of professional credibility. Now we are going to make the conclusion that overall, the most important responsibility Drake has as the owner of LAF is to ensure legal and ethical standards are met. So this is, according to me, one of the most important thing, because LAF operates in the legal service sector. Trust and accuracy are fundamental because this is the business. The business is like, you can say the nature of business is that where a trust is really important. So failure in this area could lead to legal action, reputational damage, and business closure. While employee welfare and financial management are important, they depend on the business first. Maintaining professional credibility and the legal compliance, it means that if you talk about the financial management and all, it depends upon when the business, of course, when the business is going to shut down. So why we need the financial management? So we need financial management, but the important thing is that the he has to keep his professionalism, he has to keep his credibility, he has to, you can say that, give the good advices to his customers. That's the most important thing, and the rest of the things will come after that. So this is how you need to write the answers. So this whole paper two completed.
Miss, can you send me this?
Hmm?
Can you send me this
How
answer?
I will send it?
Like copy paste.
No,